in Hindu scriptures, we have many. In Hinduism has many scriptures as compared to other religions of the world. Christianity, at the rate of its Protestant form, has got only one Bible. Mohammedan has got Quran, and Zoroastrian Zen Avesta. So also the Buddhists, they have only one scriptures. And in Hinduism, there are two broad divisions: Srutis and Smritis. Srutis, which are heard, and Smritis, which are remembered. In Srutis, we have 4 Vedas, and Smritis, we have the Puranas. So, as a whole, we have 42 books. Why do we have 42 books? We will see. On the Smritis is the Puranas, which is condemned most by some of the sections of the Tamil Nadu people, because apparently they seem to feel that their stories are absurd. And we will try to find out as to what it is. Take for example, there are many very Puranas. Vishnu Purana, which is told by Parasara, who is the father of Veda Vyasa. Later he told this Vishnu Purana to Maitreya. Maitreya told to Vidura. For these two unfold divisions of Hindu scriptures, there is a good valid reasons for why there are Puranas. For less advanced souls, the Smritis are the text for study. Puranas. For the more advanced, it is the Srutis, Vedas. Why? In modern days, we have rudimentary books or primers written in simple style for boys and girls. While they grow up older and evince more interest, more intelligence, advanced books are prescribed to them. It is a fact also known that many boys and girls whose brains are not sharp enough do not come up to the standard of higher classes or higher lessons. Moreover, in the cases of abstracts, there is abstract truth that cannot be easily assimilated by younger minds. They want concrete methods, such as kindergarten lessons, symbols, and telling stories through novels or more, adopted to bring them to the higher level of understanding. These truths apply even with more force to Sanatan Dharma, which is Hindu religion. Basically, there are 3 common things for all religions. One is the God, the soul, and higher world. They are all abstract in their character. The soul is abstract, the God is abstract, and the higher world is abstract, since they are not amenable to our present senses. We cannot perceive Atma, anything, through our present eyes or our ear or other organs. How are these abstract truths to be brought home to the minds of ignorant? That is why the Purana came. The masses will read Vedas, but the majority of the people, the masses will not, the problem is they will not understand. So the masses, suppose if there is no Puranas, there is no religious food for them. Simple dogmas will have to be presented to them for blind acceptance. Symbolic representations of the greater truths of the nature will have to be placed before their eyes. Oftentimes stories have to be told about the abstract things, the abstract Satya Dharma. These are the very methods of Puranas. That is how the Puranas evolved. In the Vedas, on the other hand, intended for more evolved, the authors have given exercise to the intellects of man according to their superior degree. In the olden days, when the system of Varnas were there, the last Varna supposed to learn only Smritis, Puranas, but at the present time, when the Varna system is not properly fulfilling its original function, we have only to grasp up the underlying principle and adopt to the present society. So Puranas have to be there. If Puranas are not there, masses would have left the religion because they do not have any spiritual food. That is the reason why we find in the Puranas the dogmas, the stories, the emblems, a whole series of symbols suited to the brains of the less evolved. Were the Vedas alone to be prescribed for study to all Hindus, the masses would have left by now without any spiritual food, being unable to assimilate them. We know full well that it is the ignorant masses who form the majority of the population of the globe, and that the learned constitute but a very small minority. So are the minority of the Hindus to be starved for the want of spiritual, or the majority to be starved for the spiritual food? No, that is why Puranas. There is a very valid reason why this Purana should be studied by even by those people who are so-called highly evolved, because the abstracts are being explained in simple stories. Take for example in Mahabharat. In Mahabharat, which is supposed to be the 5th Veda, there occurs an instance where Agni Devata, assuming the physical body of a Brahmana, appearing before Sri Krishna for the destruction of the Kandava forest, infested with noxious creatures. If we cannot understand the rationale of a devata or an intelligence presiding over fire and the process through which such an intelligence can assume a physical body, we cannot rightly understand the greatness of the significance of the Agni mantra in the Veda. So there is a physical form, there is a story, there is a lesson, there is a story. Therefore, this has to be understood. Even for Vayu, there is a physical body in the Puranas. So, in the light of Idihas and Puranas, the Vedas have to be explained. That is how the Vedas have to be. This was told by even Narada. So, let us see other religions, Christianity. In their anxiety to bring the Christian religions with the masses, the Christians have made it simple as possible by having composed of only few doctrines. Just ask any convert. He will say simple doctrine from Hinduism to Christianity. Someone has converted. They will say fatherhood of God, brotherhood of man, reincarnation of Jesus, and vicarious atonement. But what is the result? The masses easily swallowed all the dogmas, but the educated were not satisfied with them. They later wanted cogent reasons before they accepting these dogmas. Then in the result, what happened? They become skeptics, atheists, agnostics, etc. So in ancient India, Sanatan Dharma solved the problem of looking after the masses as well as the educated. The smritis for the former and the shrutis for the later was ordained. But if everyone has to study this, let us have both the sets of books, smritis and smritis, and not reject the one. And if the simple stories are not looked as an abstract or indecent stories, the problem is we are not able to do the interpretation. So after reading the Puranas, when we go to Shrutis and start learning Vedas, we will be in a position to give correct interpretation of those stories, even which found to be abstract by some people. So the first level is called as the Smritis, then Shrutis. All are very important for Sanatan Dharma. That is precisely why Sanatan Dharma cannot be destroyed at all.